Have you ever experienced complete darkness? I mean, the kind that smothers you, wraps around you like a cold, damp blanket. The kind where you can't see your hand even if you hold it right in front of your face. Now imagine being stuck in that suffocating darkness for days. This is the story of two friends, Mark and Jake, who did just that. They ventured into the belly of a cave unprepared for its bite. Little did they know, they were in for an adventure that would test their friendship, their sanity, and their bladders. Mark and Jake were all about living life on the edge, or at least that's what they told themselves as they scrolled through adventure blogs in their sweatpants. They dreamed of grand adventures while lounging on their couch, imagining themselves as fearless explorers. So when they stumbled upon a blog post about a secret, unexplored cave, they knew they had to conquer it. The thrill of the unknown was too tempting to resist. The plan, if you can call it that, involved packing a backpack with essentials, a selfie stick, priorities, a bag of chips, because calories, and a half-used roll of duct tape. You never know, right? They were convinced they had everything they needed. Water? Nah, who needs water when you have adventure? Hydration was clearly not on their list of priorities. Flashlights? They figured their phone flashlights would suffice. After all, who needs proper gear when you have a smartphone? Rookie mistake, my friends, rookie mistake. They were about to learn the hard way that some things can't be improvised. They found the cave entrance just as the sun decided to call it a day, casting long shadows that seemed to beckon them inside. Armed with their essentials and a healthy dose of bravado, they descended into the yawning mouth of the cave, their footsteps echoing in the growing darkness. The air grew cooler, damper, and the only sound was the echo of their nervous laughter, bouncing off the ancient wet walls. They snapped selfies with the last sliver of daylight, their grins wider than their common sense. The cave seemed to swallow the light, leaving them in a twilight zone, and then it happened. Mark's phone, their only source of light, blinked. "Low battery," the screen declared mockingly, as if it knew the gravity of their situation. Before either could react, the screen went dark, plunging them into an abyss of uncertainty. The darkness wasn't just physical anymore, it was a thick, suffocating blanket of panic, wrapping around them tighter with each passing second. Section 4, Day 1, Hunger Games Cave Edition. The first few hours were marked by a chorus of "I told you so's" and frantic fumbling in the dark. They ate their chips, which only seemed to amplify their thirst. Jake swore he could hear the faint trickle of water, but it was probably just his stomach rumbling in surround sound. They tried to sleep, huddled together for warmth and a semblance of comfort. Sleep was elusive, though, constantly interrupted by Jake's nervous whimpers and Mark's equally nervous snoring. Section 5, Day 2, The Quest for Hydration. Day 2 dawned, or rather it didn't. It was just more relentless darkness. Hunger gnawed at their stomachs, and thirst became a constant throbbing ache. Desperation, they say, is the mother of invention. In this case, it was the mother of some truly questionable ideas. Jake, convinced he could lick moisture off the cave walls, don't ask, spent a good hour tasting rocks. Mark, on the other hand, tried to fashion a water filtration system using his sock and the duct tape. Let's just say it didn't end well. Section 6, Day 3, Rescue and Reflections. By Day 3, their hope was dwindling faster than their energy reserves. The once enthusiastic adventurers were now shadows of their former selves. They were exhausted, hungry, and thirstier than a camel in a desert. Every step felt like a marathon, and every breath was a struggle. Just when they were about to accept their fate as cavemen, they heard it, the distant, muffled sound of voices. It was faint, but unmistakable. "Help," they croaked, their voices raspy from disuse. They shouted with every ounce of strength they had left. The voices grew louder, closer. Hope began to flicker in their eyes, a tiny spark in the overwhelming darkness. And then a beam of light cut through the darkness, blinding them. They had been found. Relief washed over them like a tidal wave. Turns out their worried mothers had alerted the park rangers after they didn't return home. The search had been relentless. Their rescue was less dramatic and more two grown men being scolded by their mothers while paramedics looked on with amusement. It was a humbling experience. Their adventure, or rather their ordeal, taught them a valuable lesson. Always pack water and flashlights and maybe a map, and maybe listen to your mother next time. Her advice might just save your life. They returned from their misadventure thinner, wiser, and with a newfound appreciation for the great outdoors. From the comfort of their living rooms, of course, the cave, it could keep its secrets.